Good morning, Life Point. Are you ready to worship? All right, let's get to our feet.
Mercies are new every morning. Steadfast love will never end. His hope won't fade in the evening. Lord, how great is your faithfulness. Lord, how great is your Every hour, every minute of my life has been part of your design. Lord, the whole world's in your hands. Every trial, every battle that I face, God, you met me there with grace. Every heart has served your hand. Through it all, you've been so good. Kept your word like you said you would. Your mercies are new every morning. Steadfast love will never end. Hope won't fade in the evening. Lord, how great is your faithfulness. Lord, how great is your faithfulness. Looking back on where I've been, still as good as you were then. There's no limit to your love. Through it all, you've been so good. Kept your word like you said you would. Mercies are new every morning. Steadfast love will never end. Hope won't fade in the evening. Lord, how great is your faithfulness. Lord, how great is your Come on, church. Through it all. Through it all, you've been so good. Kept your word like you said you would. Through it all, you've been so good. Kept your word like you said you would. Mercies are new every morning. Steadfast love will never end. His hope won't fade in the evening. Lord, how great is your faithfulness. Mercies are new every morning. Steadfast love will never end. His hope won't fade in the evening. Lord, how great is your faithfulness. Lord, how great is your faithfulness. Lord, how great is your
Lord, this morning we are trying to be mindful of how good you are. You're faithful. You never let us go. when we wander, but you're always there when we turn and look for you. You guide us, and you teach us, and you comfort us when in need. You're there with us to help us celebrate in our points of being on a high and celebrating victories. You're there with us when we're at lows and going through rough times, but you're there with us regardless. You were there for us when we were enemies against you. You came and found us anyway because you wouldn't be content to just let us go. Thank you, God, for being so good, for you can't help but be anything else.
I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. I've been searching answers far and wide. I know we're all searching for answers only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need before we say a word. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. 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 So undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love. Love, you're a good Father.
especially if you are a guest, you felt welcomed and loved from the time you got out of your car to the time you found your seat. Everything we do here is to make you feel that way. And so welcome, especially to all of you who are our guests. Matter of fact, if you're a Life Pointer that's normally here, put your hands together and show some love for all of our guests. Listen, we'd love to connect with you, get to know you a little bit better. Fastest way to do that is to scan that QR code that's on the seat back in front of you. That's going to take you to a landing page. Tells you everything you need to know about us and how to get connected to us. You can also come and visit us in the Next Steps area. Myself and Tammy will be back there after the gathering. We'd love to talk to you, answer any questions that you might have. Listen, another great way to connect is to go by our Meet the Pastors area. Our pastors will be literally right to the left as you're exiting after the gathering. They'd love to talk to you, pray with you, and they also want to hook you up with a free gift just to say thank you for taking time to be here this morning. So swing by and meet our pastors. If you want to give this morning, there are several ways that you can do that. You can give online. You can give via our app. There'll be some wonderful volunteers with buckets as you exit today. And there's also a kiosk in the foyer you can give there as well. That is just for our folks, though. Again, if you're a guest, we're just happy you're here. Don't expect anything out of you other than just to be here and enjoy your day. Got a couple of announcements. Number one, coming up very soon, just a couple of Friday nights from now, we have a I Do barbecue for Jalen and Taylor Brooks, who recently got married. So let's give it up to them. There's some nuptials happening. Listen, if you don't know, that is Pastor Matt's son. Man, listen, the Brooks family has been here the duration of Life Point. They're the only ones that have been here literally the entire time. Some of us was here in the beginning, left, and have come back, but they have been here. And so it's going to be a great night for us to show some appreciation and love to that family for everything they've done and to honor Jalen and Taylor on their new adventure, man. It's wonderful, wonderful institution we got called marriage. It's going to be a barbecue and gift cards, so make sure you bring your gift cards and hook them up. Biggest thing, we need to know how many to plan for, and so make sure you scan that QR code and RSVP. We'd like you to do that by the 7th to make sure that we get accurate head counts and all that good stuff. If for some reason, wherever you're at, maybe you're at a bad angle to scan that, come and see Tammy afterwards and she will get you set up and get you signed up for that. Secondly, when we are signing up as we speak for First Steps and life groups. This is the month that we do that, getting ready for our fall semester. If you're here, maybe watching online, you maybe should come sometimes when you're going, man, we love Sundays, but man, we're really having trouble making that next step, man. We're having trouble getting connected. Well, your next step is First Steps. And so First Steps, all you got to do is go out to that Next Steps area, come over and see me. I'll let you scan this QR code, fill out a quick form, and man, you will be signed up. It's 4 weeks, starts the weekend after Labor Day, right? September 7th. And so it's in our coffee house, 10:30. Childcare is provided. We offer you snacks and all kind of good stuff. First 4 weeks, 30,000-foot view, kind of how we came to be, the vision, all the good stuff. The next steps is the next 4 weeks. That is the nuts and bolts, man. It's the 10,000-foot view, our theology, our structure. We give you all these personality, spiritual gifts, passion assessments, get you plugged in, figure out how you're wired, where you can best fit in here. It is a wonderful thing, and we want you to be a part of it. We think here at Life Point, life happens in circles, not rows, and that's how you take your next step. Maybe you're here and you go, man, we've been here for years. We're ready to get in a life group. We have all of our open life groups back there as well. Make sure you go back there and scan one. Let me tell you, the one I'm going to show you this morning from the stage is the Naismith Smallwood Life Group. They meet in the coffee house at 10:30 on Sunday afternoons also. Listen, this one is filling up. All of our groups are filling up. And so we try to keep that to a certain number. If you want to be a part of that, come back, get signed up, and we will get you hooked up. We are so excited that some of you guys are going to find your circle this semester. Do me a favor. Stand up, high five, hug some folks around you. Man, get ready for what Hugh has got to say to us this morning.
Started the world, started this
It's more than what my mind can take. And Shiloh come and Shiloh reign, and peace remain for all my days. Oh, and the sun goes down. Oh, and the songs of men, they rise no more. As sure as your word remains, and I will love you.
Good morning. How's everyone doing? You doing okay? Everybody good? Good, good. My name's Q. I'm one of the pastors here. I'm really excited. Before we get started, I do want to make mention of a table that's out in the foyer. You'll see it as you go out to the left. It's our Kairos ministry, and you may be like, I don't know what that is. As we grow, and people are looking for ways to get involved, to do things. Kairos is a ministry that goes inside the jails, and it works with people who are in long-term incarceration. They'll have Bible studies, and they'll do messages. They'll share the gospel with them. They eat. It's just a really cool moment for the gospel to go inside these prisons. And we know that's a work that Jesus is all about, because he told us whatever you do, the least things you do unto me. And he talked about those who were in prison. And so that's something we've tried to be a part of. And we have people in our church who've been leading that for years. So if you're trying to find some way to get involved, it's a really cool ministry to get involved with. And you don't, you might not be where you can take a weekend off and go in the prison, but there's folks who make cookies, or a lot of times the kids will draw pictures they'll take in. So there's all these different aspects that you could potentially get involved with. So if that's something that you're interested in, just stop by there on the way out on that table, and you can kind of see if it's a way you can get plugged in if you'd like. All right. I'm getting started out this new series. Man, I know a lot of people talked about how much the last series helped them unstuck, and we talked about at the beginning. I got to kick that one off. Here I am kicking this one off, so I guess I'm the kickoff guy. But it's, we talked about how it was going to be good because we're all at different times find ourselves stuck in life in different places, different problems, different issues, and we got to look through some different ones of those. And then we're doing this series, which I'm really excited about because I've been pushing for this series for a year, and that's how long it takes, is about a year for me to get my way. But I've learned from raising 3 daughters that if you just ask incessantly over and over and over again, that finally you'll wear people down and they will say yes to what you've asked them about. So that's what I've been doing, is just keep asking. Every time we say, hey, what do you do for a sermon series? I'm like, Ecclesiastes. Let's do Ecclesiastes. I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, Matt. Come on. Let's do Ecclesiastes, Matt. It'll be fun. It'll be great. It'll be great. Come on, Matt. And so I've done that long enough that now we're going to get through a series of Ecclesiastes. And this is when everything is nothing. And Ecclesiastes, I'm going to be honest, we're going to start today, and we're not going to resolve a lot of tension. We're just going to create some tension, because it's what the writer of Ecclesiastes does in the first chapter. But about a year ago, I did a Bible study through this, and man, did it speak to my 45-year-old heart, all right? In a way that it didn't speak to maybe my heart when I was younger, Life, these candles are going to represent life, right? Like when I was, born, became a kid, right? Woo. Okay, here we go. Like you're born, life begins, right? And then you start going to school. And then for me, pinnacle, kind of where everything was going amazing, is right around 15, right? For me, 15, I found football, which I loved. I actually started preaching when I was 15 years old. I started figuring out kind of what I wanted to do in my life, started making a plan for my life, and there's all this life. And that's what this candles are, this life that's amazing that you're going to live. Now, I remember preaching at 15. I remember my first sermon. I remember it being about how don't stay in the boat when Jesus is calling you out of the boat. And this is the whole story of when Peter Jesus tells him to come out in the water, and Peter says, I'll come, and Jesus, he walks on the water with Jesus. I said, just don't miss those moments when God's calling you out to do something. And I was so full of life, passionate, I just excited about life. And I preached that message so hard, but I had to preach it twice because it was so short, because it was my first time. I think it lasted like 7 minutes, so I did it twice at least to get to try to 15, you know. And but I was just things are amazing. Go through high school, you know. I meet my wife my senior year. We start dating. I go start to play football. And then after that, I became a youth pastor. And it's just, life is amazing. It's like, man, I'm going to dream and do all these incredible things. It's going to be fantastic. Everything's going to be just so awesome. And then you kind of get a little older. And you have like all these responsibilities that just quite honestly, 15, 20-year-old Q knew nothing about. Like every month, there's this company called Mub. And I love them. But they send me a bill every month for things I can't even see really, you know? Like I just have to trust them that it's true. Like, do we even know? Do we even know? Do you go check your, like, how do we check if the voltage meter is doing what it's, I don't know. I think they look at my house and go, oh, he's got 3 daughters. Let's times two on that one for them, right? You know, like what? You know? And then I pay them for that. I pay them for water. And then I pay them for trash. And trash cans and trash has been the thing that's taught me so much in life. I can be having, every Mondays are Mondays, right? And on Monday, I can have this long day. You know, you come, you have some meetings, you help some folks, you're doing some things, you do some business stuff, maybe go by the school, got flag football practice. So it's a long day. Monday's a long day. We're going through it. We get through a Monday. Maybe you had a game that night. Like, it's a long Monday. And I'm exhausted, and I'm driving home. And about the time I pass New Heights Church on South Broad, I start seeing this line of these blue containers. And this idea of I was going to go home and just rest and sit in my recliner and just relax and breathe in the fullness of the day and just completely just chill out, just get shattered by the fact that I've got to go walk 2 trash cans down my driveway and put them at the end of my driveway at whatever time of night it is. And that happens every single Monday. Like, it never finishes. I say 2 because there was a time in my life where I got tired of trying to shove everything into one trash can and said, I don't care how much it costs, Audrey, please get us another trash can ordered. I'll just take 2. And heaven forbid you forget to take it down on Monday night, because then you wake up randomly at 4:45 in the morning just realizing that if you do not get the trash down there, you're done for the week. Like, you're just going to be putting stuff in your car. So you throw on shorts and t-shirt with your slides and you do this weird run at 4:45 in the morning to try to beat the trash truck from picking up your trash. And it seems like at 20 years old, I didn't say that's what life was going to be about, you know? Like, I didn't think I'd have these every Monday experiences with these trash cans, and that would be what life was about. Like, that would be a normal thing. Like, it would be part of my schedule. Like, I wonder, like, I want to segment my life. How much of my life have I spent taking trash to the road? You know? I think it's a significant amount of time. But it's part of life. And as I was thinking and reading Ecclesiastes and studying it, I was studying it again a year ago. And I think I was like doing the study as I was taking the trash down and just thinking about Ecclesiastes. And I thought, man, this is kind of what he's talking about. It's like life had all this fire to it, like this light, this passionate stuff to it. But then the older you get, how do we fall into just these ruts where life feels like this thing that's just monotonous and it's happening over and over and over? You know, they told me, I'll never forget, like, being 39 and everybody goes, ooh, you're getting close to 40. Q, everything falls apart when you turn 40. That's what everybody told me. I'm like, you know, it's one of those things you say, everything falls apart when you turn 40. And then 2 weeks after I turned 40, I'm playing basketball, which I've been playing for the whole, 2 years on Thursday mornings, playing basketball, come down from a rebound and totally dislocate my left ankle. And I'm like, well, they're right. Everything falls apart at 40. The glamour of all that is gone, and something is different. But it feels that way like with life. And I think it's because we had these ideas that we're going to be something like we've been taught and we've been conditioned from a young age that we're going to be something like incredible or special or unique. We're this, special snowflake, and we're going to be the one that like changes everything. And then the world comes, and you know what the world tells you to do? Take your trash to the roads, buddy. Like, it doesn't matter who you think you are. No matter how special you think you are, what you just done, that trash has got to get from your house all the way down that driveway to the road. It's got to get there. And we're doing the same things that everybody else is doing. In fact, there's a really interesting picture that I want to show you guys. This, I don't know why, this is from, sorry, I did this. I don't know how I get rid of it first gathering. But this red mark was not on there. But this is a picture from space, way off, one of the rockets we sent up there. And this little dot in the middle, that's Earth. Breathe that in for a second. That's Earth. That's everybody that's ever lived. That's every kingdom that's ever been developed. That's every president. That's every pilgrim. That's every problem that we've ever had. That's every factory that's ever been developed. Every piece of technology that's ever existed. Every marriage that's ever taken place. It's in a little dot in the universe. Isn't that crazy? Like how big this thing is and how little we really are. And what's crazy is in this just huge space of the world and the existence, we're here trying so hard to make ourselves matter somehow. We create new ways all the time. New ways all the time. Now it's how many likes you can get on a post, right? And we all look at it. I love the people act like they don't look at it, like, oh, I just post up and don't care. And then you're flipping through and you go, ooh, I got 75 likes. Okay, this is good. We're always trying to matter. Sometimes we try to matter with like how much money we can get in a bank account. Maybe makes us feel like we mattered somehow. Or maybe it's we wanted to live a certain place with a certain amount of land and be self-sufficient in some form or fashion. Or maybe it's we wanted to get to a certain level in our job or education, and we felt like if we could get there or accomplish so many things in our field that if we could get there, then we would have mattered finally. Like that's what we would go after to matter. And that pursuit has been persistent in humanity. That we've tried to make sure that this candle shines as bright as it can so everybody can see this candle. Like whatever we got to do to make sure that this life has some value and matters. And what's crazy is this isn't just a pursuit that's happened for us currently. This has been a pursuit of mankind and humanity for all of its existence. And what's really great about taking a pause here, taking a few weeks and looking at Ecclesiastes is that this is what he does, is he begins to look at life and ask the question, what part of this matters? Because let's look, if we're all going to get to live life, let's live life that matters. I mean, I want that. I want to figure out how to make life matter, and I don't want it to not matter. And this is the same tension that existed with the writer of Ecclesiastes. So let's look at some of this. Look, I'm telling you this morning, I'm not going to resolve tension this morning. You're going to walk away with a lot of tension this morning. But over the next few weeks, we're going to begin to resolve some of this tension. And the reason we're not resolving it here is because the writer Solomon doesn't resolve it either in this first chapter. Listen, this is how Ecclesiastes 1:1 starts. The words of the preacher, the son of David, king of Jerusalem. Okay, now he doesn't come right out and say it's Solomon. Most scholars believe it's Solomon because the son of David, Solomon was the son of David, he was king in Jerusalem. And it's going to talk a lot about wisdom, how he had a lot of wisdom. So a lot of people say this is probably Solomon that's writing the book of Ecclesiastes. I love that he just refers himself to the words of the preacher. That's really cool. We don't get that a lot in scriptures, that somebody calling themselves the preacher, but he's just saying like, hey, I got something to tell you. I got a message to tell you. I think it's important. I'm telling you what I've figured out, what I've learned, what I know. And that's what he's saying. He doesn't say, hey, the royal king or he calls himself the king, but he doesn't say the king says. He says the preacher says. He's delineating and saying, I'm telling you something important that has nothing to do with me being the king or me being royal. You guys just need to hear this. And then he starts this whole thing off with this next. Man, this is a great way to start a message. This is fantastic. Man, he is really going to start this book off in a really great way. Look what he says. Vanity of vanities, says the preacher. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. That's how he starts it out. Now, this vanity word's really interesting. In Hebrew, it's havel. Or Todd says it some weird way. But it's havel, and it literally means meaningless or vapor. It's a word that's used for vapor. Meaningless, meaningless. Everything is meaningless, is what the preacher is telling us. Vapor, vapor. All is vapor. Now, to picture this, like I did the lights, right? But if I did this again, just did this. What he's saying is he's come to understand that life is like a vapor. Check this out. So life strikes up, and it burns. But in the number of years, the existence of creation, it's only a short moment, and then it's like vapor. It's like smoke. We can see it for a minute, and then it's gone. And that's how the preacher starts it. He says, this is life. Life is this short thing. It's like a vapor. It's meaningless. Now, if I was just going to preach a sermon, that would probably be the worst way I could ever start a sermon. Just come here and go, hey guys, just want you to know, life is meaningless. But he is going to take us on a little journey through the whole of Ecclesiastes to tell us there is a reason for life, but it is not found in the things we normally do. And we're going to try to walk you through that. But I want you to see where he starts from in this point, and then I want to kind of land the plane for us this morning. Hear what he says. He goes on to say this. He says, what does man gain by all the toil at which he toils under the sun? A generation goes and a generation comes, but the earth remains forever. The sun rises and the sun goes down and hastens to the place where it rises. The wind blows to the south and goes around to the north. Around and around goes the wind, and on its circuits the wind returns. He's saying, like, you know, you keep working all day, and the world's just going to keep doing the same thing the world's done. You're not changing it any. Like, you can go, like, think you're going to make this big impact in the world, but when you're done working, guess what? Sun's going to rise, do the same thing it did when you were there, and before you were there, and after you were there. It ain't going to change none. Like, this world, this thing's been around a long time, and you're not going to change it. It goes on to say, all streams run to the sea, but the sea is not full. To the place where the streams flow, there they flow again. All things are full of weariness. A man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. Now, when it says this, all things are full of weariness. Man, I felt this when I studied this the first time. Do you ever feel like you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh man, I've got to do the same things I've been doing yesterday. I got to do that same thing today. And then you go home at night and you're exhausted and you realize the exact same thing's waiting on you. Like, it doesn't matter how much you've gained that day. It doesn't change what's waiting for you the next day. Like, you're going to work all day. You're going to do something that you think's great. And then you're going to wake up the next morning and everybody's going to have you do it right over again. This is the weariness he's talking about. Like life is you're going to be so busy. You're going to have, things to do. You're going to have your job to go to. You're going to have some little league sports to coach. You're going to have to, go to this person's house and have dinner. And then you're going to go home. You're going to go to sleep. And you're going to wake up and you're going to do the exact same thing again. And like your days are just going to be like this machine that keeps turning. And this is the weariness that Solomon's talking about. Said is he looked at what was going on in life. Everybody's just going through a cog in the wheel and they're just turning. And man, as I've gotten older, I used to think this was like sad, silly stuff. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, no, he's talking about the feelings I'm having inside. Like where I wake up in the morning and I realize, like, I've got such a busy day ahead of me. But at the end of it, everybody's still going to be expecting the same things tomorrow. Like, I am not going to fulfill the expectations of the world. I'm just going to do a bunch of stuff today, and then when I wake up tomorrow, those same people are going to want me to do that same bunch of stuff again. And it's just this cycle. And so we set goals. Like, well, if I can just get, enough money put back, then I'll be satisfied. And then we get to those levels, right? We get to that level, and then we're like, the weariness doesn't change. We just keep going. We got to do it again. It's like this tension that exists inside of us that, I don't know that how we ever settle it, but man, I know that as I have gotten in this middle age of life, it's a very real thing. He goes on, check this out. He says, I love this. What has been is what will be, and what has been done is what will be done, and there's nothing new under the sun. Now this, I'm going to explain this in how I kind of got this and was able to understand it. You remember, I remember when I was young, full of like zeal and life, and I remember I'd like talk about how something was difficult, and I remember how my dad or, granddad would be like, man, this generation has it so easy, talking about my generation, right? He'd say, man, when we used to have to go to school, we had to walk to school for hours, and then, it was uphill both ways, and we didn't have any shoes, and we had to eat poke salad, just like weird things. Like, what? Every now and then my dad would still, I'm saying this is the second gathering because he's not here this gathering. He came to the first gathering. Every now and then my dad would eat poke salad and eggs for breakfast when I was growing up. And I don't think he really liked it. I think he just wanted to prove to me how tough it used to be. Like, that's what we used to have to do, son. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, we got like bacon. Like, no, don't eat poke salad, But now at 45, you know what I'm saying? Man, this generation today, they got a lot easier than my generation had, Man, we didn't have all these fancy devices to tell us how to get places. We had to open up a little piece of paper map. We had to plan a way. We had to stop at gas station. Like, you guys got it so easy. Just put in that little device there and go wherever you want. But I bet you, this generation, my kids' generation, when they're my age, they're going to look back and go, you guys got it so easy. Your flying cars just take you wherever you want to go. We used to have to drive cars on the street. Now you just fly wherever you want to go. Has been as well always been. That's how it's always been. Like, it's always been that way. There's never been a generation that's like, lived in some utopia. We've always strove and tried to like figure out how to make it better, and almost always resented the easiness that we feel like the generation past us has. And we make sure they know about that easiness they've had and what we've had to, and we're doing that because that striving is so ingrained in us, and we're trying to matter and feel like we have value. And so that same system has kept on for all these years, and it will keep on. Because there's nothing new under the sun. And he says this not to say like, we don't come up with new ideas, new technology. He's saying the way we strive as humans isn't going to change. That is something ingrained in us. It's how we've been. It's who we are. It's just this reality we exist in. And so when we go through these next few weeks, we're going to try to help me figure out, how do we do this in a way that matters, so that we're not just getting at the end of our days and feeling like our striving is just striving without anything that's beneficial, without anything that's good. How do we get to a place where we don't just strive just to keep striving in life? Let's read a little further. He says, I, the preacher, have been king over Israel and Jerusalem, and I applied my heart to seek and to search out by wisdom all that is done under heaven. He goes, I decided I'm going to really seek out all that's done under heaven. I want you to really take note of the under heaven part right here, okay? This is really good. You need to catch this. We're going to come back to this a lot, because as we begin to figure out how we actually live life beneficially, like that's good, that has value, that's meaningful, we're going to have to not be living to seek out things under heaven, but we're going to start having a perspective differently than that, all right? So I just want you to take note of that. We're not getting into that today. I want you to take note of that. So he's search out by wisdom all that's done under heaven. They'll also use the language under the sun. It is an unhappy business that God has given to the children of man to be busy with. And we know that. Remember when the curse happens, when Adam and Eve take of the fruit and God curses them and kicks them out of the garden? One of the things that he says to Adam is that you're now going to have to work with your hands and by the sweat of your brow, and it's going to be laborious. This is what it's talking about. That curse, like when we sin against God, we now have to work and we don't just have everything here. We have to work and try to create and try to build and try to make and try to do things. And because of that, it's this unhappy business that we have to be caught up in. It says, I have seen everything that's done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity or meaningless or vapor. It's all vapor. I love this. Everything is done under the sun, and behold, all is vapor and is striving after the wind. You go, Q, is it really all vapor? Man, it's close. I mean, it says all. I'm going to go with it. But let's just take a few things. Let's just take a few things of inventory of your life right here, okay? Let's fast forward in life. Let's just fast forward in life 500 years. 500, all right? Just 500. In 500 years, will the greatest accomplishments that you have accomplished under the sun, will they be remembered in 500 years? I think about playing Boaz my senior year in football. Sorry if you're from Boaz. It's fantastic. This was the year Boaz was supposed to beat us. We'd won like 4 in a row. We've been county champs the last few years. And this is the year they were supposed to beat us. They actually, talent-wise, were probably a little better than us. And when we turned off of 431 to go down toward their stadium, they had lined it the whole way from 431 to their stadium. They had lined it with signs that were like, beat the Aggies, we're going to put a fork in you, just all this stuff, like just this, it was completely lined, And internally, I was like, oh, man, here we go. You just feel the weight of the game. My senior season playing Boaz. That year prior, I asked my coach, I said, hey, can I play both ways? I was primarily an offensive lineman, but, there's something a little special about defense, just getting to tackle people. I was like, could I play both ways? And he came to me and said, if you're going to play both ways, you've got to get down to 265 pounds or you're not playing both ways. And so that whole summer, I cut, I got down to 265, was a lean machine. I mean, that is not lean, but I was a machine. And ready to play both ways, right? Ready to play both ways. And defensive tackle in that 97 matchup, I got a safety, my only safety ever, against Boaz. We won that game. It was a close game, and we won that game, and I felt like I was on cloud 9. Now, how many of you in here knew I even did that? Nobody. It was such a big deal to me. I felt like that was like my crown jewel of my high school career. How did not any of you guys know that? Because it's vapor. You see what I'm saying? It's vapor. In that moment, it felt so important. But it was vapor. It wasn't anything. And that's with so many things. We think if we grow a business to a certain size, then that business is going to be so amazing. People are going to talk about it forever. 500 years from now, nobody's going to care. Very few churches, to be quite honest, survive 500 years. We don't know. Nobody might even know what Life Point is in 500 years. It's just not a lot of people. Very few who remembered after a certain amount of time. Vapor. And that's what he's saying. Is all this stuff we get busy with, it's vapor at some point. He says, I said in my heart, I have acquired great wisdom, surpassing all who were over Jerusalem before me. And my heart has had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. And I applied my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is but a striving after wind. So he said, I just took all this wisdom I had and tried to figure out through knowledge, can knowledge make all this matter? And he goes, no, it's still just a striving after wind. And he says this in the very last verse of this book. I want you to hear this, all right? Because this is where we're going to kind of land today. Oop, oh no, I didn't go. Nope, I went too far. Sorry. He says, "For in much wisdom is much vexation, and he who increases knowledge increases sorrow." He said, even in seeking this, the more I tried to know, the sadder I got. And we're going to begin to learn over the next few weeks that if you don't change perspective, the older you get, some of you guys may feel this older you get. Some of you, a few of you, are older than me, right? And the older you get, the more you can look at your life and go, anything I do matter? Like, I feel that at 45. Like, I look back and like, man, you'll like pour your heart into something, and then you feel that nobody even cared about it, or it's nobody even notices it. It happened 2 years ago, and to me, I thought it was great, and it's in the wind now. You look at the things you're doing now, the job you're working, and you go, does this job even matter? Like, I've been doing this job now. Some of you may have been doing a job for 30 years, and you look at it and go, 30 years? Does this job even matter? It's a difficult question. It's hard to figure out. And it's a real tension that exists deep, deep down inside of us. And over the next few weeks, I want us to try to wrestle and figure out, how do we make sure, because I believe there's a way, and I believe that Solomon helps us understand it. I believe there's a way to know that our life matters. My goal, I tell people all the time, like I try to, as you get older, like as you're younger, you have all these great goals, like, right? Like I'm going to, and I love them. Like I'm a dreamer. You guys know I'm a dreamer. But you start dreaming goals like, you know what, I'm going to, plant X number of churches, or I'm going to go do mission work here, or I'm going to create this business, or I'm going to get our finances to this, or I want to reach these goals. I have all these goals. And I love goals. Like I love goals. I love dreams. But the older I get, the simpler my goals get. And when I really boil it down to kind of goals right now, and this is wide and broad, and I get it encompasses everything, but I really want to wake up in the morning excited about the things I have to do in front of me. I want to wake up with excitement. I don't want to wake up I don't want to wake up resenting my situation. I want to wake up excited about what lies ahead of me. All right? I want to wake up excited about my family. I want to wake up excited about my calling. I want to wake up excited about my job. I want to wake up excited about the meetings I have. I want to wake up excited about I just want to wake up excited about life. And then I want to go to bed. I just want to go to bed feeling like I did something that mattered. That's my goal. I want to wake up excited, and I want to go to bed feeling like I did something that mattered. And I feel like that's where I want to be. But the weight and the striving and the toiling and the weariness sometimes makes that goal so very, very difficult to accomplish. And I think through this book of Ecclesiastes, we can begin to figure out how to accomplish a goal like that. I'm not really giving you a bottom line this morning. I'm giving you a question to wrestle with. What matters in my life? I want you this week to ask yourself that question. What matters in my life? What matters? And I want you to put it to my little test I gave you, the 500-year test. If it matters in your life, does it still matter 500 years from now? It's a good test, right? Some things will, by the way. And that's what we're going to find out in the next few weeks. Because there is the things under the sun, and there is the things above the sun. But I want you to think about what you're so stressed about, what you're so worried about, what you're so wrapped up in, what you're so striving for, what you're so weary over, and put it to if it matters that much, that it's causing that much energy and concentration, how much does it matter 500 years from now? And that's the test. And then let's begin to figure out, because here's the thing, I don't think, if you say, man, I've put so much attention on this, and it doesn't matter at all in 500 years, it doesn't mean that thing needs to go away. Maybe it means we need to look at why we're doing that thing differently. And that's what I think that Solomon's going to teach us over the next few weeks, is perspective. Like to look at what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish and figure out how we should be doing those things. I want to read you guys something. From time to time, I like to write. I'm not a good writer. In fact, I like to write. I mean, I don't know why I'm trying to hold back. I'm very transparent with you guys. I've written poetry for a long time. I've done like poetry slams. I love those. It's really fun. I did that one time just for fun. But I also write short stories. But a lot of them are like, honestly, like psychology, horror, weird. One time my wife read one of my stories and looked at me and said, "What is wrong with you?" That was her exact words. Okay, so I'm just saying, like I'm not like this great writer, but that's just, I like to write. I enjoy the act of writing. It's fun to me. But I was reading this and I was thinking, you know what? I wonder what this would sound like maybe if like Solomon was living here, just on Sand Mountain, what he might say. And could I say it in a way that maybe give you more clarity and attention? So take this for what it is, but this is kind of what I come up with. The morning comes. The alarm buzzes. Coffee drips. And you head out onto 431. Same stoplights. Same slow crawl past the railroad tracks. Same traffic rolling down the mountain. You do what you've always done. Clock in. Clock out. Fill the hours with work that never seems finished. The paycheck comes, but it disappears before it settles. Groceries, gas, braces, ball fees, and the cycle starts again. The sun rises over Sand Mountain, burns hot through the afternoon, and sinks behind the same neighborhoods at night. Tomorrow, it'll rise again. Same light, same shadow. The wind whips across the fields, but it doesn't change. It just circles. People build new houses, open new restaurants, cut new ribbons with smiling pictures in the paper, but it's all been done before. We chase what's bigger, better, faster, a nicer truck, a shinier boat, a vacation that looks good on Facebook. But the ache never quits. The eyes are never full. The heart's never done reaching. And one day, we'll be gone. The house will be sold. The seat we filled at church will hold someone else. Our names will fade from the ball-filled bleachers and from the dinner table stories. Life will move on. And we will be forgotten. So I tried to understand books, podcasts, long talks on porches. I thought if I could just get enough wisdom, enough insight, maybe I'd make sense of it all. But wisdom is heavy. The more you see, the harder it gets. The cracks run deep, deeper than you thought. The nail is bent. And no matter how hard you press, you can't make it straight again. So here we are. Another day in Albertville. Same roads, same sky, same weight. And under it all, one question remains. What's the point of all this chasing? What's the point? That's the question. And I think we can discover it. And we need to discover it because, right? Whether we like it or not, life is a vapor. Vanity, vanity is all vanity. Meaningless, meaningless. Havel. We got to make sure the things we're doing are things that really matter in this world. Because we only get this one chance until this thing's blown out, and then we don't get that chance ever, ever again. Let me pray. God, thank you for these words that you have inspired Solomon to write, the preacher, to us. And God, they are not easy words, but I think they're words that speak to our soul, especially the older we get and the more we go through and the more the world just grinds on us, God. It just feels like things are heavy. The weight is always still there. But God, I do believe that through perspective, you can help us live a life that matters, that we don't have to wrap ourselves up into things that bring so much disappointment. We don't have to put our stock in the things this world tells us, God. We don't have to try to find our value in what we accomplish or what we do. We don't have to try to feel like our moments make us. God, I think there's so much more to that. I think Solomon's being very honest, God, and you inspired him to show us that under the sun, in an earthly perspective, it's hard to find things that matter. And so, God, let us actually take some time to think, what is it in our life that we are focused on? What are the things that matter? And from 500 years from now, God, will they even still matter? God, you need to give us, God, you can give us perspective we need. And this morning, I don't know if people are struggling. Maybe people are out there, maybe, God, they're carrying this heaviness, like this weight. When I say that word weight, they feel it so real. Weight of expectations that this world has put on them. Weight of expectations of other people. Maybe they're just struggling to get up in the morning and have any kind of joy. God, I pray that your Holy Spirit would minister to them this morning and would give them some peace. God, that you would let your Spirit be with them. They would know that there's hope. And God, ultimately that hope is through you and through what Christ accomplished for us, God. And so even though this tension exists deep, I just want them to know they're not alone, that you are with them, God, that you have a plan. And God, I hope this week we would begin to wrestle with the idea that we need that plan desperately. God, life is a vapor. It's here one day, it's gone the next. Let us make sure we're doing the things that matter. Pray this in Jesus' name.
Held in your hands from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. You have been so good. Every breath that I am able, I will sing the goodness of your voice. You have led me through the fire.
glad that y'all are here with us today. That is quite the question Q left us with. What matters? What matters? I know that's going to be running through my mind this week, and probably one of these things that Q says that will probably live with me for the next 3 or 4 years. But man, what an important thing to try to take in. Vapor, all is vapor. Can't wait to see where this series goes. I've seen these guys plan it out. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm really excited to get the resolution to this tension that Q gave us today. I may go meet him in the parking lot and force him to give it to me now. So we are so glad that y'all are here with us this morning, though, especially if you are a first-time guest or a visitor from out of town. Let's give our first-time guests a round of applause, y'all. Don't forget, fill out that, scan the QR code. We used to have cards. Scan the QR code, fill out as much money, good gravy. Somebody else want to do this? Fill out as much information as you're comfortable putting in there. Go out and see Q. He'd like to talk to you for a little bit. When it comes to money, if you call LifePoint home and you want to give us all the money you have, we'll take it. There's buckets at the back. There's a kiosk in the foyer. You can go to the website. You can use the app. I'm going to hear about this for the next 6 months. I can promise you that. We love you. There's not a thing you can do about it.